The Russian President Putin embarrassed and ignored Netanyahu, neither shaking hands nor looking at him like the others, despite being next to him. He shook hands with French President Emmanuel Macron and the British Crown Prince Charles. Netanyahu, sitting next to him, was not shaken hands with. Imagine yourself in his place. What would you do?
Huh?
While Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych was laying a wreath of flowers on the tomb of the unknown soldier, he faced an embarrassing situation when the wind blew and the wreath fell on his face. Guards intervened and resolved the issue. Falling at the first hurdle. Lebanon's president takes a hilarious tumble, face-planting the red carpet in front of Arab leaders as Dead Sea Summit starts. Lebanese President Michael Aoun tripped and fell face down as Arab heads of state gathered at the start of their summit at the Dead Sea in Jordan. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and other senior officials were performing the Eid al-Adha prayer when 3 rockets fell near the presidential palace in Kabul. Fortunately, no one was harmed. During a speech at a conference, President Barack Obama experienced the worst embarrassing moment of his life as he ended his speech with a shocking reaction. He grabbed the microphone, flipped a table in front of him, and angrily left the venue. It seems that this video is real, isn't it?
Forward to seeing them on the field of competition over the next 2 years. Thanks very much, everybody.
The CEO of BMW, Harald Krüger, fainted during a presentation of cars to the media just before the opening of the Frankfurt International Motor Show in Germany. He couldn't maintain his balance and fell to the ground, prompting 2 security guards to immediately assist him in getting up and leaving the area.
Tradition und Moderne. Jüngster Beweis ist der Brace. Auch der
The CEO of Australian airline Qantas, Alan Joyce, received a cake to his face when a man walked up behind him and delivered a messy blow. This happened live on air during a speech, putting him in a memorable and embarrassing situation. He jokingly remarked, "I wish I had tasted it as most of it went on my glasses."
Now, it's been 6 months since I've been here to announce the... F***ing heck. I might take a break for a second, guys, and just clean up a little bit, and I'll come back.
I'm not a big pie eater. I didn't have a chance to test. I think it was mostly on my glasses. I think my issue is that I need a good dry cleaner before I leave.
A fly got its revenge on US President Barack Obama after 2.5 years of him swatting another fly in front of dozens of cameras and hundreds of millions who watched it live on air. This fly didn't leave him alone until it interrupted his speech, putting him in an embarrassing situation.
Continue leading the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. This guy's bothering me here.
Is it possible that flies exist where the largest, most influential, and most powerful president in the world is?
That's the most persistent fly I've ever seen. Nice.
Would anyone, let alone a fly, dare to enter without a prior appointment and security inspection? The fly did not go to the broadcaster or the technical staff filming the interview, and it came specifically for President Obama? I think there's something very mysterious. If you know about this mystery, tell us in the comments. While the Venezuelan President Maduro was giving a speech, he was surprised by a loud noise that shook the platform, putting them in an embarrassing situation. What made it even more embarrassing was that the president's personal security seemed to be in a state of panic as they held their shields.
Ha llegado la hora de la recuperación económica y necesitamos y necesitamos
Russian President Vladimir Putin faced an embarrassing situation while delivering a speech in front of a crowd of his supporters and military leaders, when a bird relieved itself on him during his address. However, he did not notice and continued with his speech.
Давно пора понять и принять одну самую главную истину. Насилие порождает насилие. А путь к миру и процветанию слагается доброй волей и диалогом.
The Vice President of the United Arab Emirates and the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, fell from the stairs of the airplane while disembarking at Queen Aliyah International Airport in the Jordanian capital Amman to participate in the Arab Summit. An embarrassing collision occurred between two motorcycles carrying French soldiers participating in the Bastille Day celebrations on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, in the presence of French President Macron. During the centennial commemoration of the armistice of World War I in Paris, Russian President Putin didn't extend his hand to shake hands with a Moroccan monarch. Instead, he only shook hands with the wife of the American president who was standing next to King Mohammed VI, after shaking hands with the French president, the German chancellor, and President Trump. An embarrassing situation happened to the president of the Helsinki Committee in Croatia, where he lost his trousers when the country's president was awarding him a certificate of appreciation for his work. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier faced an embarrassing situation upon his arrival in Qatar on Wednesday, where he had to wait on the plane for nearly half an hour before disembarking due to the absence of any Qatari officials to receive him. He remained on the plane for approximately half an hour, waiting for the officials who were supposed to greet him. Lebanon's Prime Minister Najib Mikati experienced a highly embarrassing situation when he warmly greeted and kissed a woman, mistaking her for Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who had not yet disembarked from the plane. The video shows Mikati kissing a woman who somewhat resembles Meloni as she descends the airplane stairs before the actual Italian Prime Minister exits the plane and shakes his hand. The president of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, Ersin Tatar, faced an embarrassing situation while playing football with students at a school he was visiting. Strong winds blew Pope Francis's cap off his head as he disembarked from his private plane, putting him in an embarrassing situation as the papal cap fell with the wind. The American President George Bush faced a highly embarrassing situation when he finished his speech and couldn't open the door of the hall, leading the attendees to laugh at him.
Thank you all very much. I was trying to escape. It didn't work. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Watch Carly Fiorina fall off the stage after introducing Ted Cruz as your next president of the United States. Estonian president rips off glasses and earpiece live on Sky News after Dermot Murnagan gets his name wrong.
Security threats. A very good morning to you, President Hendrik. Do you feel that if Russia is not halted in its ambitions towards Ukraine, that your country could be next?
Get my name right.
I'm very sorry, we don't seem to be able to speak to the President of Estonia. Let's
A security guard had to grab China's Xi Jinping as he nearly tumbled off a stage in front of Vladimir Putin. Footage shows the moment the Chinese president almost fell onto the floor below at the annual St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Trump abruptly pulled from briefing after Secret Service opens fire outside White House.
I mean, the way they're going, it looks like they're just about going to be topping records hopefully soon. Excuse me?
Barack Obama suffered an awkward moment during a banquet at Buckingham Palace when he broke royal protocol by speaking over the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with me and raise your glasses as I propose a toast. To Her Majesty, the Queen, for the vitality of the special relationship between our peoples, and, in the words of Shakespeare, to this blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England, to the Queen.
The moment when a guard fell in front of Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko during his inaugural ceremony in the capital Kiev may have been due to exposure to the sun leading to his fall. Know the awkward pain of Ivanka Trump trying to converse with world leaders at G20. Ivanka Trump appears to be trying to get involved in a talk among Macron, May, Trudeau, and Lagarde, IMF head.
It's all, yeah.
As soon as you start talking about the economic aspect of it, though, a lot of people start listening who wouldn't otherwise listen.
And the same with the defense side of it.
Yeah.
In terms of the whole sort of business. It's been very male-dominated. So.
Finally, don't forget to support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to receive all the latest updates. See you in the next video. Goodbye.